sitting, the other player's been grinding and playing. That can mean that they're warmed up. That can mean that they're tired out. That can mean a lot of different things as this one starts off.
Now, if we remember the last set, this weapon right here, that bad boy was controlling everything. Controlling the pace, controlling neutral, making it where Elsom really couldn't go where Elsom wanted to go. Doing it one more time, gravity cancel lands, the dunk lands, but doesn't get the weapon toss. That could have been the stock.
Now, I almost forgot the other weapon that Moonin has in her kit because I'm just focused on this scythe, exactly like you said. This bow now coming out. We saw some pretty decent signature usage coming out from Asmodie's bow earlier, specifically that down signature to that one right there.
Yep.
To cover both sides for that exact reason. Depending on where your opponent is, you don't have to quite be as precise as you would normally if you had to really commit to one side or the other.
Yeah, that's, oh, wow, nice job. The sword of Elsom, that's the most warmed up weapon. Even though those guitars are doing really, really good, that sword is getting you out of there. Once you touch that red damage, you're getting out of there. But let's get back to the bow of Asmodie. Asmodie's only using that down six, maybe a little bit of up signature, neutral signature, no side signatures from the bow.
Now we'll see Asmodie hunting for this stock. Just kind of dipping over on the edge. No real commitments into the edge guard situation. Just a neutral layer off the top. Right as Elsom recovers back to the main platform. Has choice of weapon. Sticking with the bow for the damage build on Elsom's second stock. Meanwhile, Elsom has the sword in hand. The sword was really starting to pop off last game. Even though it was kind of like the guitar show for the damage build, the sword from Elsom was also looking really strong.
Yo, what's going on here?
Must be lag issues. Oh, look how cute that is.
That's very cute.
Yeah, this is likely a lag issue from Elsom. The initial taunt shows that there is an issue. Usually the second taunt shows that the issue has been resolved. So we're just going to get some floating around here for a second while Asmodie pets on the little animal. I don't know what it's called. Do you know what its name is? What would you name it?
Big Nose.
Okay. Well, you're talking to me. That I feel like you looked at me and then you looked at the bug and was like, Big Nose. That's kind of messed up, man. That's messed up.
Absolutely not what happened. Oh, my gosh. Oh, so a good start from Elsom into that freeze, and they had to wait it out. And I don't know. That allowed Asmodie to really get turning, get the gears rolling. Nice down signature once again. You know what? I'm going to call it, bro. Like, you want to take a bet, like no other bow signature comes out than the down sig?
Ooh, that's actually, I think one will. I think absolutely one. Just one. No more than one.
All right. So this is what we're going. We're going one neutral signature, and then the rest are all down signatures.
Ooh, okay.
The side sig's not coming out.
I think it might.
Nah.
I think it might. We'll see.
What do they be doing? The burrito bet? Oh my gosh! Hey, we didn't shake hands.
And game one goes to Asmodie, and the bet victory goes to me. We love to see it.
What's he talking about, the bet victory? We didn't even shake hands. Nothing. We weren't even talking about anything. Good game from Asmodie. Unfortunately, the way it had to happen the way that it did, but you know, their competitors, they wanted to go ahead and scrap that out. We don't even know what was going on. We just saw a cute bug getting pet, and 83% on 6 signatures. That means one missed, right?
Yep. Oh, it looks like we're getting a restart from Elsom, so we're going to have just a moment to talk about this set. Now, let's see. If we're looking at that graph, wow, that is a very long second stock. That is essentially 75% of the game was spent on Asmodie's second stock. Look at those final 2 stocks. Now, there is that big break there in the middle. I'm going to point to it on the screen here. Keep in mind that is the time where they were just chilling. Where there was the issues with Elsom. That's why there was the initial tick, the initial uptick in damage that was early on, and then the flat is where no damage was taken from either player. So that's why that graph might look a little bit weird, but look at that first wedge. That's a really long first stock from Elsom there in the blue, and then those final 2 stocks were probably, okay, I'm going to do some, okay, the first stock was longer than the final 2 stocks combined.
Together. But also, even if you take this little chunk out right here where they weren't playing, if you scooch this on over, that means that Asmodie's last stock was that's about just as long as the first stock.
Still very long.
Yeah.
Still
just as long as the first stock
extremely long
as Elsom.
from Asmodie. So we're waiting on Elsom to get back into this one. Likely we'll still be seeing the Moonin. It was almost hovered on Vrax. I was about to have a really good time.
Yeah.
We're going to be seeing the Moonin, which I still enjoy. We don't get to see a lot of Moonin. We enjoy that. And then, of course, we're going to get the Asuri coming out from Elsom.
You know what's funny? I think, me and Remy were literally talking about Moonin right before any of this kicked off.
Okay.
And I don't even remember the last time I saw this character in a tournament, and then boom, here we go, Asmodie.
It was like Boomy once Moonin came off of like needing the balance pass.
Right.
And
I remember
that
now.
was like one of the few. I know I'm forgetting a couple other ones, and they're probably going to be like, but what about me? Don't you remember me? No, because my brain is broken. That's not your fault. I'm not being rude. It's just broken up there. It's a mess.
If y'all don't know, oh my gosh, is this going to be the stock? No. Good movement to touch the wall.
We ain't over yet. It might be. Okay. Okay. Elsom just wants to get back to the main platform.
Gosh.
He goes high. Asmodie grabs him, sends him low. He goes low. Is he going to get back? No. Elsom.
My
Trying to go under the stage yet again, gets caught there. Wow. Asmodie completely opening this one up. Huge scythe work coming through.
So you remember how earlier I told you that horror is my favorite genre of movie?
Yes.
That was a very good horror movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that scythe killer chasing down Asmodie, that was a really good movie.
I feel like that's Resident Evil 7, where you're in the mansion and you're trying to get away from the big scary man, and you think you don't see him anymore, and then all of a sudden, boom, he busts through the wall, and it's like he's still coming. You can't get away from him.
Yep, that was it. And still on the hunt. Asmodie throwing out the signature that I said was not going to come out at all. Almost landed it. Elsom stuck out here on the edge. Dealing with them.
Oh, he picked it up.
Asmodie.
Oh, she picked it up.
Asmodie.
Incredible.
Stop doing that. Making me look real goofy out here. Stop doing that sig. Oh my gosh. Trying to play some nooch. Nice with the recovery to close out the stock. Elsom at a huge deficit here, right?
Yeah, this is definitely a very tough spot. Asmodie already up one game. Is it the weapon disadvantage, but not for long. Here comes the scythe yet again. Elsom's going to want to stick to the middle of the stage like glue, not go anywhere near those edges, anywhere near those vertical sidewalls. Even a dunk at this point, I don't think would KO Asmodie unless she got caught with so many of her inner movement options gone. She recovers high. Elsom's just going to throw out a raw neutral signature to punish a landing. Even if that would have hit, it would have hit on stage, not led to a KO, probably just led to a reset of neutral.
This scythe is so nice, man. Like, you saw it sliding off the side with that side signature and then just popping up instantly to punish with the side air. This is perfect play with this scythe. I got to put it like that. You know what? Nothing's perfect. I'll give it 95%.
Ooh, the down signature on stage with the bounce. Gonna give that one yet another victory to Asmodie, who is up 2-0 against Elsom.
In grand finals, mind you, trying to become the Australian Summer Championship winner. Ah, man, that was so good. The coverage on the side of the stage, throwing out that side signature, and then the down signature, even though it hits on the sides and it looks like it's a lower hitbox, still, if you touch any of those guitar notes, you will be feeling the music and going up to the top.
So let's look at the order of the games that happened in the winner's final set of Elsom versus Asmodie. That one, of course, as we mentioned, ended in a 3-1. The first game went to Asmodie. The second one went to Elsom, and then game 3 and 4 went to Asmodie, giving her the victory over Elsom in the long run. We have now broken past that. Game 1 and Game 2 both went to Asmodie. Do you think she can finish this one up with a clean sweep of 3-0?
The way it's looking, I mean, it's honestly on Elsom to show me different because Asmodie's scythe is untouchable. I don't think that Elsom has shown me that there's even an answer in the bag. So let's go ahead and open up that bag and see if there's a kitchen sink.
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. I don't know if there's anything that Elsom can do based on what we've seen so far to change things up. I think it might have to be a character swap. It's something big. I don't think it's stage. I don't think that necessarily matters whatsoever. I don't necessarily even think it's a character swap option, because once you swap that character, you're kind of starting, I don't want to say from scratch, but there's a lot of foundation that has to be built with that character before you're ready to take it up against this Moon, in which you don't have an answer to with Sword, really, which is one of the most utilitarian weapons in the entire game.
Exactly. And, I mean, and the Katars have been doing really, really well for you. So you already have one of the best weapons in the game, and then your Katars have not been slouching. You're playing very well with them. This is honestly just showing that you might be a little outclassed, and you have to show that you're not. You've got to pull something out of there, pull up a little bit of heart, and try to get this dub. So it looks like they're doing a little check here on the screen before we get into this final game. Well, I said final game. I don't want to put that on you, Elsom, but it is 2-0. It could be the end of this tournament. But I mean, do you think we're going to get a reverse 3-0, Spark?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. To get a reset, Spark is calling no reset.
None whatsoever. No shot.
Okay.
But off of that, let's say there is no bracket reset. That means an Asmodie victory here in Grand Finals. That would mean this would be Asmodie's first 1v1 gold medal. This would also be, even at worst, given that this is Grand Finals, if Asmodie ends up losing this, second place, would also be Asmodie's first second place medal as well. So regardless, huge placements today from really both of these players.
Yes,
but especially from Asmodie, who has, let's see, has 2 bronze medals in 1v1.
Okay.
Possibly pushing past that second place, jumping right over it into that first place finish at the Australian Summer Championships in 1v1s, which is huge.
Oh, yeah, definitely huge. Now, you talked about Asmodie's previous placements. Now, what is the last placement that we had for Elsom? What's the highest placement?
Let's see. I can give you that information here. In recent memory, in 2022, the best placement was 5th place. Back in 2021, the best placement was 3rd place. So already breaking past that in 1v1s as well. So we have 2 landmark history-making placements for these players, regardless of what happens.
We've got the cute pet back out because I feel like...
Big Nose, remember?
Oh, yeah, Big Nose.
Yeah, you remember Big Nose? I remember Big Nose.
Yo, chill, bro.
I remember Big Nose in junior high. I remember Big Nose in high school. I remember Big Nose in college. Yeah, I remember Big Nose. I'm never going to forget Big Nose.
Yo, chill, bro. I'd never do that, man. I would never do that. Not live in front of all the folks, bro. Never.
I'm glad you bring up those placements, though, because the placements are actually somewhat similar to Asmodie, at least if we're looking at golds, silvers, and bronzes. Elsom has 3 bronzes in 1v1, 0 silvers, and 0 golds.
Yeah.
So either way, whoever ends up winning this one is going to get their first gold or their first silver medal.
Okay.
So huge work. Huge work.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. All right, so the players are still trying to figure out what's going on. They're still trying to figure out what they need to do here to make sure that the connections are good. And we just want to have a good, clean match here in this Grand Finals to see who we have as the victor. Asmodie is the one, man. I'm calling just like Spark. He said there's no reverse 3-0. I don't know if it's possible either, especially if we have the kind of connection issues that we're having at the moment. Hopefully it just cleans up, and then we can see if Elsom has went into that bag and found a new bag of tricks.
Don't see anything from Elsom coming out on Twitter just yet saying my ISP is totally ruining this tournament for me or anything like that. So we don't actually know how Elsom is feeling. I think we can maybe take a good guess that Elsom is probably frustrated at this point, because that's the blessing and the curse of online tournaments is ISP holds all the power, baby. We're just some lowly gamers trying to have a wonderful weekend, which we have been having so far. Some great sets that we've seen today. That'll continue right after this, as once this Australia Summer Championship finishes up, we are going to be rolling right into Southeast Asia. So that will be happening right after this tournament. Then, of course, scheduled for the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow morning, we get EU. Then right after that, we roll into South America. The next day, we start off with North America. And, of course, we end with North America. And that will be the Summer Championships. That's sort of the lay of the land for the rest of this weekend. Now, Zip, tell them where they can find the schedule if they're looking for events that are currently happening this weekend or later. See, I love
I told him he's the plug guy.
I love what Zip is doing
this.
right now because he's being very selfless on the mic. He's saying, I could answer this question and get the glory, but I really want you to have it. So I appreciate that. It's very selfless. The answer to that question, thank you, Zip, for throwing it to me, is Brawlhalla.com/schedule. I thought I prompted him enough with the word schedule, but that's okay. This is the one thing I'm good at, is saying all of these things right after the other, and then just my brain turns off for the rest of the day. So thank you for letting me shine in my moment. Brawlhalla.com/schedule. That will give you the schedule of tournament events as well as dev streams and when they're happening in your time zone.
That was amazing. That was amazing that he did me like that. I literally, like, an hour ago told him he's amazing at the plugs. He's
big
the plug
nose.
guy.
Yeah, big nose.
Hey,
I got you. I got you.
All right, man, we got to change the pet's name. We got to change the pet's name. Everybody go to hashtag BH Esports.
You got it. You got it. Let's go. Let's go.
BH Esports, and we're going to rename that pet. So y'all put some pet names on there, and then we'll figure out what that little thing's name is.
You say big nose, I will block you.
Everybody say big nose.
Don't say big nose. Okay, it looks like we're getting into this one. It looks like everything has been reset. It is time for the grand finals to continue here at the Australia Summer Championship 1v1s. This game is real.
This one is for Shigadig. All right, and now first weapon in hand for Asmodie is the bow, and these are the Katars. This is exactly what Elsom wants to get to rack up damage.
Oh man, this is a bummer.
Yeah,
this is a bummer. This is what can happen in online tournaments. You get the easy access. You get the open tournament where anybody around the world can enter in it, but this is the curse side of that. The blessing is, of course, that ease of access for everybody out there. Man, I can't believe Asmodie's being chill about this. That is not my behavior.
I'm telling you.
If I see my opponent lagging like this is grand finals. Like, come on, man. You're going to have me sounding like the Migos and saying bag alert, major bag alert, as I'm going to be taking out those stocks from Elsom right away. But we have two extremely honorable players here who just want to play this out to the best of their ability.
Yep, look at them getting to it. The bow is flowing, got the corner on lock. And this game automatically is going to count no matter what. So it doesn't matter what happens here. This will be on the board. Elsom getting a little bit of damage, goes off the wrong direction, trying to get a punish after that neutral light. Wasn't able to confirm. And a little bit of crispy scythe play that we've been seeing throughout this whole, the two sets that we've seen Asmodie play.
Neutral Sig coming out, going to be a big whiff on that one. Now bow is in hand, neutral air doesn't even send off screen, so it's going to take a little bit more than that. No spiking option there as Elsom actually went towards the middle of the stage rather than into that signature from Asmodie. About a minute and a half into this one. Now keep in mind some of that time was while Elsom was having connection issues. So the length of this game and even the graph in the beginning is going to look a little bit weird again, like it did previously. But we know how to analyze graphs now. We also know how to analyze stocks as Asmodie grabs the first one there about 2 minutes into the game.
Very, very nice. The scythe looking as clean as ever. Wow, that could have been that almost could have been a better punish, but even Elsom kind of didn't believe that the spacing was correct. Just got a little light side light on there. Okay, gonna jump over the top. I can't believe you got out that cleanly and you're still getting scrapped up by this highly damaged Munin of Asmodie.
Oh!
What?
Asmodie just delaying her movement back to the main stage. She did it on the left side when Elsom did the chain dodge around the corner, and then she did it just there as well, so she didn't get picked up by the recovery from Elsom. Just great control of her in-air movement, exactly where she wanted to be, to sort of fade back just a little bit and still make it over back to the stage.
Yeah, this is tough stuff. Oh, man, I love to see that chain together. That down air thrown backwards into side light, it just looks good. The scythe is such a well-constructed weapon, and well-constructed combinations off the weapon throw into the bow. Tried the down signature, is not going to be able to get it. Elsom highly, highly damaged. Okay, Sayer to the side, recovering low because the recovery of that those Qatars is really, really good. Makes it kind of hard to come over the top of. Very good job from Elsom, but not really getting anything started. Picked up, throwing them to the air by the neutral air.
Okay, so I'm waiting for that side sig. I've seen so many D6 come out from that bow and whiff, and I'm just waiting for that side sig again. I think you just got a call that it's not going to happen, and then it's going to happen. Oh, Asmodie.
It's not going to happen.
We'll see. I don't know. The way Asmodie's piecing up Elsom with these light attacks, signatures be darned. There we go. You called it.
That's crazy. You remember, so I don't know if you remember this. Remember last time I was like, sometimes whenever I say stuff isn't going to happen, like it's the opposite of commentator's curse.
Yeah.
And you called it zip blessings.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
what
zip
that
blessing.
is. Zip blessings. If I say it's not going to happen, then you just get a power up and you're just able to do this thing that I said you couldn't.
You gave Asmodie the strength that she needed to win 1v1s, win her first gold medal, and win the Australian Summer Championships 1v1s.
That is exactly what Asmodie wants to hear. That bread is going to be in the pocket, and now when we show that graph in the future, you will be seeing a 1 in that gold medalist spot. And that's a very, very good look. Here, Australia was really, really good tonight, and we thank everybody that stuck around and had a good time with us, but we're not done yet. We're going to be having a lot more of this Southeast Asia top 8, top 4 going on, and do you have anything you want to say to the people?
No, that's all I got. I mean, I'm sure they want